What's going on, guys? My name is Mick and I am posting my day trading journey right here to YouTube with complete transparency. And today I made about $1,000 and it was absolutely crazy today. I started off with a really bad trade, lost about 400 right off the bat. And then the rest of the day I scalped back basically about $1,000 back. More than $1,000. But I really wanted to go over this first losing trade and then kind of discuss what the afternoon looked like. And this first losing trade, it may be easier to pull it up on here. I got into a long position here at about like 11:43. On the right side, you can see my entry. I had the blue arrow whereas I went long. And as you can see, I went long right as we were crashing down. My initial thought process was that we had these relative equal lows here, and also generally had some support from this order block from pre-market, and it looked like we had some support, and then we were going to have a pullback into a similar area. And I was thinking I was getting in long, and it was a great position, but I misread the market, and I ended up getting stopped out. That was, again, my only loss for the day, and it was a pretty significant one at that one. Kind of threw me mentally. But interestingly enough, it put me into a position where I felt like I felt good about my trading today, but I just wanted quick scalps. So the rest of the day just ended up being quick scalps. So if we go to back to here again, I mean, it was $125, $100, $500, $125, $125, $25, $300, $300. So throughout the day, I was just looking for opportunities to basically just take a couple of points here and there and not do too much. My goal today was to trade with the trend and not try to predict anything, just go with it and see how everything goes. If we zoom in here on these other couple of trades, it's really hard to tell, but I was just scalping a couple of points here, right? A short position here. I actually took a long position on this pullback, again, really short. Decided to get short again on this rundown. So I'm looking at these opportunities, right? So you're going to have these pullbacks in the market, and I was expecting the pullbacks and predicting them. And what I would try to do is just try to scalp just a piece of the drop afterwards. I would usually try to wait until a fair value gap to retrace back into it. And so today it was just a handful of those. Here was a couple of points that I got. Grabbed a couple of points here on this little scalp, and on the right here is the 1 minute time frame. So these scalps are literally 1 to 2 minutes in general. I didn't do anything more than that. I took my profit and moved on. Not a lot happening. Again, a small scalp at around 125. My big trades really happened. It was the first trade that I had today for the loss at 425. And then the two trades at the end of the day were my biggest winners, which were right here at 240. And let's go over here to 240. So what I got in long on this position here at 240. This one was pretty great. I wasn't trying to anticipate the bottom of the market today, just considering we had a bunch. We just had basically a trending day. I wasn't trying to predict the market, but what I was looking for was a market structure shift here. So we did end up grabbing the liquidity from yesterday. This is what this YLOD was. It's yesterday's low of day. And that definitely had a liquidity pool there. So I saw this as an opportunity. It was liquidity grab from yesterday. And then we had a market structure shift here, and this is the 5-minute chart. So I felt pretty good about this. It broke above this swing high right here with this wick, came back down into a pretty decent area. I believe there was a fair value gap that I believe got moved. Yeah, fair value gap here, the top of the fair value gap. Ended up getting long and then just took the position off after a couple of minutes. And then the final trade was at 307 today. Let's see. And this one I wasn't a fan of. So on this 5-minute chart right here, I went long pretty much on this candle right here. And then I had about a 15-minute span to get out of that long position before it dropped off. Again, that particular trade, it made sense to me at that point, since we had already had a liquidity grab, a market structure shift, a pullback into a fair value gap, and then movement away from it. I was just anticipating this candle being a pullback and a continuation on. In hindsight, it looks like I was trading against the trend, but I don't feel that way. I felt pretty good about my trades today, so I'm not too concerned about that. Overall, these last two trades, about $600 total right there, and then a handful earlier. Today was a scalping day. I'm not upset about it. I think my win rate was pretty solid today. You can't be 100% all the time. That's just crazy, but taking about like an 80% win rate is pretty awesome for today, and also making another $1,000 today is pretty awesome. So not much to say other than that, but see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.